World War I is finally over. Unfortunately, returning soldiers went back to an economy that was suffering. So many soldiers returning, there wasn't enough jobs for many of them to find work. Even a modest bump of economic fortune in 1919 couldn't stop a global economic downturn. Factories had to be changed from making wartime goods back to regular production. Deflation was occurring as prices for goods began to fall rapidly after the war. Republicans like Warren Harding ran on the platform to return America to a period of normalcy. He believed Americans were tired of President Wilson's intervention into international affairs, and Americans wanted to return to how things were before the war. Harding, like many Republicans, did not support the United States entry into the League of Nations. Harding was able to win the presidency with a large number of votes, and Harding won big. Over 60% of the electorate voted for Harding, which now included women. This was the first presidential election where women could vote thanks to the 19th Amendment. As president, Warren Harding got most troops out of Latin America and limited intervention into Latin American countries. He cut taxes in order to encourage Americans to spend it on goods. The corporate tax rate was now at 10% of net income. Businesses were investing back in America. Raises were being offered. Production was growing as America was still helping war-torn Europe rebuild with our factories. We were able to help Europe with all our goods at a cost. America was benefiting from all this, and the stock market was now beginning to boom. The return to normalcy was actually turning out great for many Americans. However, Harding's presidency was marred with scandal. His cabinet was filled with his old political buddies from Ohio, and they were more shady than a snake oil salesman. One of the most famous scandals was the Teapot Dome scandal. Here, petroleum reserves were sold to private oil companies by Interior Secretary Albert Fall. Fall was bribed for the reserves, and this scandal rocked the country as it brought memories of the corrupt Gilded Age. Although Harding was never implicated in these scandals, Harding's reputation was forever ruined, and Warren Harding died in office in 1923.